Okay, first question. Who is Luther Blissett? And it said he was like an internet alias a bunch of people were using, and so there were musicians and writers and artists and all sorts of different people that the internet allowed to exist because it was allowing these like hypothetical people to exist through the internet. Second one, Darko Maver. That was the alias that Eva and Franco decided to use for their artist, and it was named after said Slovenian criminologist, or a famous Slovenian criminologist. They wanted to transform reality into fiction. It said, what questions do the lives of Blissett and Maver provoke us to consider? And I thought, made me think about celebrities and artists or musicians and people that I look up to, or that you hear about on an everyday basis that may in fact be fake or could derive from something that you're not aware of. What did Eva and Franco steal? They stole little pieces of art and different famous works of art over a course of 2 years in Europe and the US, and works from Warhol and Koons and Wesselmann, a bunch of famous artists. And does their art theft say something about art? And it made me think about how art is in the end it's tangible, and if broken down into smaller pieces it doesn't have the same effect as it does as the original art piece. So the small pieces of art they have aren't necessarily works of art, but it's part of the work of art. And they made fake newspapers and posters, and it was because they were trying to create a fake reality, and they wanted to invade public space while they were trying to invade the public space but present a work of art to the art community. What is net.art? It was like a collection of different artists that they had, and they would hack websites, create fake identities. They manipulated communication, and they used it as a way to bypass like typical ways of presenting art, such as like galleries and museums. Compare what they did and compare life sharing to the internet now. I thought they were a lot more open with their information than people are now. Nowadays it's all about like private Facebook profiles and firewalls and all different stuff. You don't want people getting to your files or personal information. Back then they were just open. The internet wasn't as popular, I guess, and they weren't too concerned with people knowing their information. Their Second Life avatars, they wanted to it was like they said, it was a super modern way of what did they say? They wanted to show the contrast between the ultra modern content, like taking a portrait of a computerized person and then printing that on a canvas. So it was like the classic work of art with the ultra modern work of art. And they were putting masks on people, or putting masks on the avatars who are in the end just a mask of somebody's real self. They're showing like the irony of that. And then the last one, besides pissing off Nike, with the corporations, say about corporations and cultures that they're tangible, and if somebody presents with confidence believable information and believable facts, you can manipulate the public and a large corporation pretty easily. And no, I don't think we should change the name of our library because it's a library. I was confused on that question, kind of, but that's all I have. Thanks.